What's going on, Reef Builders? I am Jake Adams, and it is the second day of ReefStock 2020 in unusually sunny Denver, Colorado. And we have the biggest show we've ever put on, packed with some of the best new reef gear in the aquarium hobby. Lots of livestock, awesome raffle prizes, great new merch for this brand new venue. So let's go inside and take a look. Love the map. All right, 711-5. As you walk into ReefStock, you are greeted with a brand new merch table here. We have a lot of our legacy devices, our legacy product, limited edition RAS book, some great new hats. I'm very proud of this one, the swing arm hydrometer t-shirt design for this year, and of course some beautiful stickers. But that's not why you're here. You're here to see all the stuff and the show floor. We got our helpers here. Let's go inside, take a look. So as you walk into ReefStock 2020, one of the first things you're going to see is our brand new livestock raffle display system provided to us by ProClear Aquatics. This is a stepping stone into something we want to do in the future. Hope to tell you more about it as we get closer to ReefStock 2021. So one of the things that makes ReefStock and Reef Aquarium conferences a ton of fun is seeing a variety of captive raised and farmed corals and livestock from all of our different vendors. We've got Reeflicious Dynasty Corals, Two Guys Corals here on the corner. And new for ReefStock is Unrivaled Reefs. What's up, guys? Thanks for coming out. Cali Kid in the house with a bunch of hotness, and Aquatic Life is promoting some new products they're distributing, including the Cetus 2 LED, one of my favorite little LED pucks. And this is the Edge LED light that I haven't even gotten to play with there very much. This is a controllable LED strip light. It's going to come in a freshwater and a saltwater version. And yeah, let's keep going. So VCA has come a long way in the last several years with their 3D printed accessories. They have these flow accelerators. If you don't know by now, there's a fun little toy to put the end of your outflow to get that random flow generation and separation. So here we got frost corals. They always bring out a ton of goodies, a wide variety of livestock. One thing that's always super popular is they bring out a lot of shrimp and gorgonians. This tank right here was just totally packed with livestock yesterday. As you can see, they've cleared out a lot of animals. They still have a lot of showy frags. Penny Instruments is a company that's specialized in making these beautiful little checkers here that we use a lot of at the studio. We've got calcium, we've got phosphate, we've got alkalinity. This is a super popular one. And I know they're always working to fill out their lineup of checkers. Reef Savior is a really interesting company. They are donating some of their proceeds to reef restoration. They have a very clever little display here. Underground reefs, big old tray of different corals. First for this year, Top Shelf Aquatics making a showing. Here we go, North American Coral Labs, as well as Carib Sea, with some of their ReefStock products right there. And also new to the show is clear water scrubbers. I know a lot of people like to pack their fish into their reef tanks, and this is a new and improved solution of an old technique for keeping nutrients down in the aquarium. This is super fun. ICP Analysis, a local water testing service, actually brought out their ICP machine and has been doing water tests here at the show for people who brought them out. So you got a big old can of liquid argon over there in the corner. And Steve Visser, the founder of ICPanalysis.com, has been here just doing tests the whole time. They're just like a bona fide chemist. And I think their show specials on their tests was $20 here at ReefStock. Right behind ICP Analysis, we got CoralView represented with some max spec gear, protein skimmer and pumps, as well as some ice cap devices, including their own version of a gyre pump, magnetically stirred calc reactor, aquaphorus. We got some reef octopus devices, including a new Ketomorpha reactor, and then some products I don't see nearly enough of these automated clear automatic filter rolls, and their new Hydros pump controller system here. These plug in a lot of different devices, but control them all from one spot. And something I haven't even played with yet is this controllable power strip. It's got 4 different outlets, and curious to see what these USBs do. Very cool booth from ICP Analysis and CoralView. Here we've got the zoanthids.com booth and a local new store, Mile High Tides, getting some grub in, bringing out some frags. D2O Foods and Benefits, very popular new coral food here in the reef aquarium hobby. Lifeguard always has a super fun booth with lots of small all-in-one glass aquarium. This was a bunch of glass tanks yesterday, but I guess he sold a whole bunch. Very popular every year. Aquatic Art, another aquarium favorite here in the local scene. Some of the best sticks you can find in the Denver area. Another new store. Man, we have a lot of new stores here in Denver. There's the Fish Reef. I actually bought a nice 8-can Echinata from them. And new from this year, we got a new media sponsor with Reef to Reef, helping to expand our reach. And of course, Ecotech Marine Worldwide Corals, showing off some of their latest wares, including the brand new Radion G5 Pro. I think this is the blue. So this is the bluer version of this light. Just throws a ton of light, ton of color, and Worldwide Corals has been slinging frags all weekend long, making a lot of people smile. Brightwell Aquatics is very heavily used at the Reef Aquarium Studio. They're showing off some of their wares. One of my new favorites is this kit they have here for cycling your aquarium. That includes a couple different biological products, as well as a little bit of ammonia, so you can cycle your tank quickly and completely. of our dry goods vendors. Hydore's been coming to ReefStock for years. I didn't mean vendor, I meant manufacturer. They have some new controllable AC pumps, really great to get in on that controllable game. But one thing we have yet to play with is a brand new SK-DC protein skimmer that's got some really interesting design, including a built-in air silencer. And this is the adjustment valve right here that actually goes straight through the body. So we're excited to check that out. Ocean Nutrition has been supporting the cause for a number of years. Fricks Aquatics is a longtime supporter of ReefStock. They are the saltwater sponsor for this year. So most of the local booths here were set up with Fritz Seawater. Now something new for this year is the Cade Aquarium line from Australia. This is probably one of the most exciting new products here at ReefStock this year. This is the Cade 1800 S2. The lighting here is not super great, but it has a great metal frame stand with a built-in power center, side doors. There's a built-in automatic auto top-off built right into the back that feeds into the float switch of the sump here that is absolutely expansive. I think the sump is probably like 80 gallons or something. So some lucky person is going to take these home. And this is the first time we're seeing it. It looks really good in pictures, but even better in person. So very excited to have Cade Australia come out to the show this year. Another booth that caused a lot of commotion here at the show is ICP1999.com, a new service from Fauna Marin. It's going to be a $20 ICP test.
Oh yeah.
All right.
$19.99 to be correct.
Very cool. So there's a lot of water testing services now available in the reef aquarium hobby. Tunzi is over here with unlimited color corals, showing off their brand new large macro algae reactor. One of the things I really love about this light, or this macroalgae reactor, is it has two horticultural spectrum LED strip lights. These are actually waterproof, so you can put these underwater, but they use a combination of molded parts and 3D printed parts to get the best value for putting together a nice, thorough ketamorpha reactor. So this is a new light from Kessel. This is the AP9X. This is a dual cluster fixture that they teased at MACNA a little bit later last year, and it is impossibly small, just so small. It is as small as it looks compared to my hand, but it pops 185 watts in a super tiny package with two emitters, and two of these fixtures are lighting up what appears to be a 180 gallon tank. So just under 400 watts to light up the entire aquarium. It's definitely really, really efficient. We're going to be announcing this. They are going to be announcing this sometime this week when we'll learn a lot more about pricing and some of the official specs of this new light. JBJ is also a longtime sponsor of ReefStock, and they're showing off a lot of new things, new pumps, new tanks, even a new light. I haven't honestly had nearly enough time to spend at their booth, and the fish crew has actually kind of been the distribution arm for some of these companies, helping to set them up at a lot of different conferences around the country. But they definitely represent here at ReefStock with the Seachem booth right across there that they're also manning, telling us about some of their new products, including the new Seachem Impulse water pumps. And eShops is in the house, also showing off tanks. I really need to double check, but I'm pretty sure they're selling these tanks with these solid oak stands. So they're wooden, but they're solid wood. Here's a selection of their sumps, and they're color coded for a variety of different lines and series. Red Sea is in the house, also a long-term attendee here at ReefStock. I'm really excited about their new Coral Nutrition Reef Energy AB Plus additive. My corals absolutely love it. Here you can see the Red Sea Reef Lead 90s over our tank, giving a really, really nice color cast. We've got Red Sea over here. Coralholics showing off some great new corals. This is also a local store, Merman's Reef. What's up, Jack? And Aquamart is slinging just clownfish this year. So instead of competing with all the coral vendors, they decided to specialize in something else. Got Biggs Lagoon up in the house, representing with a big old corner display. And here's where a lot of the commotion is with the ReefStock raffle. Everybody's trying to get their tickets in for the last few hours here of the Reef Show, trying to win some grand prizes, some livestock raffle. and it's going to be really fun. We're going to hear some hoots and some hollers. Polyp Lab is always a very fun booth with their lens filters. They got a lot of great merch. Stefano's a real fun guy to talk to. He'll tell you all about their lights, their glue, and their food. And a immortal on the world, Mr. Julian Sprung, always has a beautiful, unique, and creative reef aquarium booth. He's over there trying to order some lunch. We're gonna have to bend his ear, see what he brought out this year. Then right around the corner, we have Delua Australia, one of our great supporters for ReefStock Australia and distributor of Pax Bellum over on that side of the world. This is really exciting with a brand new great white DC protein skimmers, again with that much upgraded air silencer built right into the neck, so the muffling sound just kind of goes around and around, completely silent. It's the second generation version of the great white protein skimmer, and it ties into the Illumagic lighting system, as well as the e-coral dosing pump and controller system. And it's just really cool to see so much participation from the Australian reef aquarium community. Here you can see Illumagic LED lights with some freshly received Australia, not Australia, what am I talking about? I'm so used to saying Australian. These are actually Solomon Island corals. I want to give some love to Elos USA, showing up here at ReefStock 2020. They are one of the distributors of this beautiful ceramic aquascaping product, I guess you could say. Here you can see the AquaWatch products. They're actually made in France, so there's basically ceramic fired in a kiln that you can put in your aquarium to get all these crazy shapes. Reef Nutrition is definitely always a fun booth with their live foods and their larval food products. And Aquarium Water Testing is yet another company offering a water testing service, but instead of just testing the elemental chemistry of your aquarium, they can actually tell you a little bit more about the compounds in your aquarium. So hit them up if you want to double check your math on your own test kits. And yeah, I think that's going to be my overview of ReefStock 2020. Got a lot more to do here today, especially cleaning things up. Everybody say hello. So that was one of the most run and gun, quickest walkthroughs of any reef show I've ever done before. Thankfully, my good pal Frank and the Worldwide Corals YouTube channel, they were going through. Tell them a little bit what they'll see in your video, Frank.
We did. Me and my buddy Tommy, we went through ReefStock here, went through a bunch of different vendors, talked to them about their products. You'll be seeing that video, of course. He's going to have the link up. We'll basically just kind of go through the whole place and kind of show you what you've been missing.
Yeah, so ReefStock may be over. It's the first big reef show of the year, but there's a lot more coming up. Frank, tell them what they'll see there.
So we'd love for everybody to come out and see us if you can. Of course, Jake will be there. He'll be there if you want to come say hi to him. And we'll have total coverage of that place as well. And we'd love to have you guys come see us.
Yeah, Reefpalooza Orlando, I think is one of my favorite shows to go to because it's the first show after ReefStock that I don't have to put it on. So I get to come and do what he did.
To hang out and enjoy the show.
Yeah, and do a lot more coverage, in-depth coverage of the show. So thanks for joining us on this video. Make sure to subscribe, comment, like, and check the link in the description below for Frank's fine work on ReefStock 2020. And we'll see you guys at Reefpalooza Orlando.
Talk to you soon.